Okay, so I'm Katie, and I had shoulder surgery about, let's see, today is Friday. I had shoulder surgery on Tuesday of this week, so it has been 3 days since I've had my slat repaired. So my labrum, I had a tear in my labrum, and that's initially when I went in for surgery, was to get my labrum repaired. They didn't see too much of a big tear, but they saw a little tear. So they went in, and this procedure was, I went in about, got there about 7 o'clock in the morning, well, 6:30 in the morning. I went in for surgery. I guess they pulled me back around 8 in the morning, and I got out of the operating room around 2:30 to 3. So what they did was they were supposed to go in and just orthoscopically go in and fix my labrum. And it ended up they needed to fix, when they were in there, they found out they needed to fix my rotator cuff. I think they said more than 50% of my rotator cuff was torn completely in half. And so they needed to fix that. And they needed to fix, I think there was a few, like a tendon or something, or ligament, I'm not exactly sure. I think it was a tendon they needed to fix that was up around here. And they needed to tighten that and suture it back together. And then overall they said they tightened my shoulder, so it won't be, I guess, dislocating or anything. Originally what happened was 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I threw one baseball, and I guess I threw it out. Never went to the doctor for about a year. Decided to wait on it and to see if it would heal by itself. After a year, I went to a doctor. They took an MRI and x-rays, and they said they didn't see really much that they could do about it. So they sent me to therapy to, strengthen my shoulder up, and they gave me an injection of steroids into my arm to strengthen it. And they said, just wait out, see how it goes. I guess after about 6 months after, the whole regimen of trying to get my shoulder back together from when I saw my first doctor, or first orthopedic surgeon, I started getting a lot more pain, and it got to the point where I would blow my shoulder out, just simply maybe lifting it up a certain way or pulling it back behind my back. I would blow it out, couldn't use it for a day or so. So I decided to get a second opinion and went to Dr. John Kelly from Penn Orthopedics, and very, very highly recommended doctor. I went there. He looked at my MRI and said he could see a tear in my labrum, and since I already went through cortisone shots, the steroids, and therapy, that the next step would be to go in surgically and repair it, since it's been about almost 2 years. So we went, and this Tuesday we went and I got my surgery, and I was a little nervous about it. It wasn't really, too bad, because it was 2 years ago it happened. So I guess within those 2 years I mentally prepared myself for this is definitely an outcome that might happen. And basically he said the surgery went great. They had to fix up quite a bit more. The procedure was supposed to last 45 minutes to an hour. It ended up lasting about 2.5 hours to 3 hours. So it was definitely longer than they thought it was going to be. So I went to the doctor today, which is Friday, so 3 days, and it was just for a checkup, just to make sure my incisions were looking good. They did put sutures underneath the bandages. As you can see, they did, I think 4 or 5 holes to put the machine and whatnot in my arm. So they got 1 here, they did 2 up here, and 1 back here. I'm not sure if they did another one on here. So I think it was about 4 holes. And normally they do about 3, but they had to fix up front here and a few other things that wasn't seen originally when I was going into surgery. They kind of had a lot more to do when they went in for the surgery and started looking around. Will tell you that the first night it was alright. I didn't have too much pain. I did have some pain. I had nerve block, so it kind of numbed everything. They injected nerve block somewhere up around here. They put a needle in and injected the nerve block. And that wore off middle of the night, I would say. But they put the nerve block in, so I didn't really have too much pain at night. And they gave me Percocet. So I've been on Percocet, which will make you, I guess, very gassy or bloated. And that's also why I went to the doctor today, is to get a different med, and they put me on Vicodin now. And they put me on nausea stuff. I will say I didn't vomit the first night. I was okay the first night. I woke up, I would say I slept pretty well. I slept every 3 to 4 hours. I'd wake up and then go back to sleep. The second day, I had increasingly a lot more pain. The nerve block had worn off completely on the second day. And it just had a lot more pain during the day. I'm in this big sling. But with the second night, I had Percocet in me, and I was doing it every 4 or 5 hours. I'd take a Percocet pill as the doctor prescribed for me. And I would say around 9 o'clock, I started getting really, I guess, bloated, very nauseous, and very dizzy, lightheaded. And at one point, I was walking across my floor to the couch to go sit down. I got very lightheaded, thought I was gonna, pass out. Ended up being able to make it to the couch, and then vomited everything that was inside my stomach. So I really couldn't eat very much for the first 2 days. I haven't been able to eat much. Today is day 3, and today has gone a lot better. Last night was a little hard. I moved from the couch, this recliner, over to my bed, back on the couch. Didn't get to sleep very much. Maybe every 3 hours I'd wake up, have to shift positions, move somewhere, get up. But yeah, sleeping, hopefully that will settle down. But I went to the doctor today. Today is Friday. I went around 10:15. I had an appointment. It lasted till about 11:30 to 12. I went to 2 doctors. My primary to get my nausea, my stomach under control, and then I went to my orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Kelly, and I would recommend him for any shoulder issue you have if you live in PA. Very, very well-known doctor, very, very good at it, what he does, and very funny, very sweet, and tells you directly to the point what's wrong with you, and doesn't try sugarcoat things, or, say toughen up, or whatever. But I went to him, he said the incisions were looking good. I have to go back to him on Valentine's Day, so February 14th. So that's exactly 1 week from now to get the stitches out, and he's going to go over my healing regimen. And from that, we'll see how things go. Hopefully this weekend, I will be able to get outside the house and do something. I don't know, just walk around or go somewhere, because being cooped up in the house is I'd say it's very exhausting. Not being able to get up and do anything you want to do. And then I will be glad I can shower tonight. I will need help though, because I have to keep my shoulder pushed off from my side and very immobilized. So we'll be having help with that. When they removed, they had a big padding. When they removed the padding, it was definitely painful. It was more sore than pain, except it stuck to my skin. And I thought they were going to leave it on for a few more days, but they decided it would be fine to take it off. And they left, I could show you one thing because this bandage kind of fallen apart. But if you see the blue right here, it's the stitches area. So they have, in total, I think I have 8 to 9 stitches in my shoulder. It's very sore, very tender to touch. So hopefully the pain will get better. Walking around, I'm walking very tenderly, very slow, because every time I guess put my foot down heavier than very lightly, it, kind of jostles the shoulder and it kind of hurts. But other than that, surgery went well. A little longer than we thought and quite a bit more than we thought we were originally going in for. But Dr. Kelly assured me everything went well and I'm on the road to recovery. They said if I hadn't have got it done, there would have been a lot more damage and potential for shoulder replacement surgery. So hopefully just having this surgery will help. And I hopefully won't need it replaced. And then after this surgery, we take one surgery at a time. After this surgery, I might be getting elbow surgery, all from the same incident. I have an ulnar nerve, which is a nerve that runs down your funny bone. That's what, when you hit your funny bone, it makes the ring finger and the pinky finger numb, tingly, and that keeps slipping out of place. So there might be surgery to help fix that and stabilize it. So that's about it. I'll keep you updated on how it's gone. So this is day 3. I will say this neck thing, it's very, like, I'll unbuckle the belly band and the neck band sometimes when I'm just sitting down on the couch because it starts to dig in, starts to put pressure, and everything. And the pain is normally located around the shoulder. It will sometimes go down into my elbow, into my wrist. The doctor assured me this morning that it was completely fine and that not everybody does have this sort of pain, but if you do have pain that goes down to your elbow or your wrist, that's fine. It's just the swelling that's getting to it and the stiffness from not using it. Other than that, I will keep you updated. I'll make a video after I get home from the doctor. I'm getting home, not getting home, but when I come back from the doctor on Valentine's Day. And I'll tell you what he has told me and what my regimen for my shoulder is. And I know all the regimens are kind of close, related, but each surgery is different and each healing plan will be different for each different person. So your healing might not be the same as mine. Alright, well, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to talk to you guys later. And if you have had the surgery, good luck with your healing and hope all is going well. If you're going to have the surgery, it is painful, but I have a few, like yesterday I was saying, like, oh, I can't believe I did this, I shouldn't have had surgery, I should have just let it go. Today I am 100% on the other side. I am very thankful I had the surgery, got it over with, and I am now able to heal. So definitely I would go for the surgery. There are some health issues, risks that are involved, but the benefit from my individual case personally was a lot better than the risks. So I wish you all the best of luck.